never save money. These were the first words my grandfather ever told me. Hearing that, I was shocked. Everyone says, save money, save for the future. But my grandfather just smiled and said, no, don't just save money, make it grow. Let me tell you his story. In a small village, there lived an old man. People called him lazy. He didn't work. Every day, he'd just sit under a big tree, looking at the sky, watching the road, and dreaming. He'd say, one day I'll open a shop. One day I'll buy cows. One day I'll be rich. But that one day never came. He only dreamed. He never worked. People laughed at him at first, but later, they just felt sad for him. His wife worked hard in the house. She cooked, washed, cleaned, and tried to hold the family together. One evening, she told him gently, dreams are beautiful, but they can't fill our stomachs. We need work. The old man just nodded and said, someday I'll find a way. Days passed, then months, then years. Life got harder. There was less food, and the money was almost gone. One night, the old man's little grandson came to him. The boy was barefoot, thin, and hungry. He asked softly, Grandpa, do we have any bread? His grandmother opened the cupboard. It was empty. No bread, no rice, nothing. The old man felt a sharp pain in his heart. He looked at his grandson, tears welling up in his eyes. He finally understood. Dreams are good, but dreams alone don't feed a family. He couldn't sleep that night. In the morning, he did something he'd never done before. He went out to find work. He became a field worker. The sun was hot, the land was dry, and the hours were long. His back hurt, his feet burned, and his hands became rough. Every night, he'd come home exhausted. The grandmother would cook what little food they had. The grandson would ask, Grandpa, what did you get today? He'd show his small earnings. It's little, but it's something. But he soon realized the sad truth. Money came in, but it went out just as fast. The roof still leaked, and the family was still hungry. Saving seemed impossible. One day, at the village store, he heard men talking. One said loudly, the secret is saving money. When you save, you're safe. Those words stuck with him. That night, he found a glass jar and hid it under the bed. Every week, he'd put a few coins inside. Clink, clink. The sound gave him hope. When his grandson found the jar, the old man smiled and said, this is our tomorrow. But saving wasn't easy. He wore shoes with holes. He didn't buy new clothes. They ate less. Still, he saved. Months passed, and the jar became full. The old man felt proud and safe. He went to the market, placed the jar of money on the table, and said, I want 3 sacks of corn. The shopkeeper counted the money, shook his head, and said, prices went up. This money only buys 1.5 sacks. The old man was shocked. His money had lost value. All his sacrifice felt heavy again. That evening, he sat outside, watching his neighbors. One carried eggs, another carried milk. They looked peaceful, not worried. Then, a small idea came to him. He looked at his grandson and asked, what if we buy chickens? This time, he didn't wait for someday. He acted. He took his savings and bought a few thin chickens. His grandson laughed, calling it their own egg factory. At first, they found 1 egg, then 2. They ate some and sold the rest. With that money, they bought another chicken, then another. Slowly, the chickens grew, and slowly, the money grew. The old man kept a little notebook, writing down every egg sold, every coin earned. Soon, the neighbors were coming to him for eggs. The house was filled with hope. One day, holding an egg, he told his grandson, this egg is more powerful than a jar of money. Money can lose value, but if you use it the right way, it grows. The grandson hugged him and asked, so, you're not lazy anymore? The old man smiled, with tears in his eyes. No, my child. I learned that you should never just save money. You have to make it grow. Saving money is like holding water in your hands. It will slowly slip away. But if you use that money to build something, even something small, it becomes bigger. And that was his greatest lesson. So today, I share this with you. Don't just save your money. Invest it. Grow it. Even a small start can change your life. Your support gives us the strength to create more stories. Please like and subscribe.